Hey everyone, it's for Shona. I am going to make another video similar to my BWL video, just explaining the ins and outs of AQ40. Not so much the specific strategy that we may be entailing, but just what the raid looks like, what the mobs do, what the bosses do, their abilities, and just kind of some of the big things to look out for, um, things that may not necessarily be written in like a generic YouTube guide. So we start out in this room. You have the four Anubisath Sentinels here just waiting. We're not going to pull these first. We're going to grab this Anubisath Defender, or Eradicator. Obsidian Eradicator, sorry. It's just like another version of Moam, pretty much. It dies pretty quick, but it'll just drain mana from the raid. Just keep a Viper Sting, mana burn, mana drain, and kill it. If this ever gets pulled with any other trash, there's only 3 of these in the raid until you get to like Cthulhu's remove, essentially. But just always focus this when we get it. Dies quick enough. So next we have a 4-pack of Anubisath Sentinels. So these you don't want to stack up. When they die, they heal the rest of the raid. Or sorry, they heal the other 3 back to full. So there's no point in AoEing. You also want to separate them because they have different abilities. There's 9 abilities that they can choose from. So there's 4 of them, and they won't have the same ability. When one dies, not only do the rest of them heal to full, but it also gives that ability to the other living sentinels. So it's very important about which ones you kill first. You don't want to kill, say, thorns first, because then the melee just pretty much can't do DPS, or they can't do safe DPS for the next 3. So it's very important that we just wait, we spread these out, and then we wait for the raid lead to make a call in which to kill. So Skull is Mending. So Mending is a super easy ability. That's definitely always like a first kill target. The reflects, they have fire, fire arcane and shadow frost. Those are also some good kill targets, because we're going to be more physical damage. So those 3. So of the 3, there's reflect, shadow, frost, reflect, arcane fire, mending. And to discover all these, you have to put up detect magic. I don't think it actually works without detect magic. So mages are all going to be assigned one to get it up immediately. If it reflects, then that just means it's arcane reflect, just like AQ20 Aussie trash. So we also see a Mortal Strike on this one, so that's 4 of them. So I'm going to read it off the side. You have Reflect, Shadow, and Frost, Reflect, Arcane Fire, Mending, it's just a hot. You have a Knockback and Immunity to Taunt. So these are all tauntable, except if, there is an ability that makes it knock back players around them and makes them immune to Taunt. It has a Mortal Strike, then a Thorns ability, an AoE Mana Burn, a Thunderclap, and a Shadow Bolt Volley. So if there's Shadow Bolt Volley, it's like the Aussie trash in AQ20. You want to drag that mob, the Shadow Bolt Volley mob, into the raid, so that because there's a min range. I think it's like 20 or 25 yards. If we get like Thunderclap as well, Thunderclap usually last. You definitely don't want to bring that into raid. But again, you just kind of separate them out. It's a very fluid fight. It kill priority changes depending on what other abilities you have. So just listen to the calls about what we're gonna kill. Let me back up. So this pat, it looks like we pulled it. So there's this one pat that comes up. So they already have the Eradicator. They're killing it. There's another one that they're killing again. So kill that pretty easily. This pat's down. I'll just show this clip to show kind of what the pat is. But it'll get to like kind of the center area. It'll reach this apex and we'll just pull it back. If we do somehow grab it all, you can just literally just run out the instance. The portal's right there. But I don't think that'll be an issue. Okay, so boom, I grab it right there. Or I don't grab it, but Hunter grabs it and it's fine. And then we do the next pack, and I'll show you this next pack as well, just to give you another example. Because honestly, the first set was we got pretty lucky with those abilities. So I think on pull, yeah. So this one casts Thorn, so you can see it immediately. Skull is mending again, so that's a good. This is Shadow Storm, so you'll see Shadow Ball Volley start going out. See how it's only hitting the ranged. It's not hitting the melee. So you want to be close to the Shadow Storm. So I think I'm close enough here. I want to say it's like 20 yards. Yeah, see, so I missed it. So Moon has Thorns. So ideally, Moon is last. I'm just like AFK just attacking it because I'm not really paying attention. And Mortal Strike. So it's the exact same set that we had. And when they do get low, they also enrage. So yeah, around like 30% or so. See how this one has all 4. So here it has thorns. So it's dealing melee damage, mortal strike. So big heals on the tank. See how low he's getting. It's healing and it's doing shadow storm. So this one you can just stack up on melee. It's not going to do much raid damage. But there is a chance that it has thunderclap that you want to stack for that, or it has AoE mana burn. Um, there's just plenty of raid damage going out. So on the first boss, we have Prophet Skeram right here. You can see he sits in the first, in the bottom platform location on spawn. Um, one of his big abilities, every 25%, so it's 75, 15, 25, he'll split into 2 fake images and 1 real. So he'll teleport to this left platform and this right platform. There will be 3 of him. The 2 copies will have much lower HP. They'll die way quicker. So you want to kill the fake ones first. You want to leave the real one up. We don't want to kill the real one because if you push the real one to 50% while there's still images up, then you'll get up to 4 or 5 ads and then it starts getting out of control. So whenever the teleport happens, or whenever the copy images happen, you want to focus the fake ones. He also will periodically blink around the room to the platforms and sometimes kind of off center of the platforms. And this is also a threat drop. So the split images is a threat drop, and his blink is a threat drop. You want to make sure you're hitting escape and you're running away from the boss before a tank has it, because he'll MC the closest target to him that's not on the top threat. So we're gonna have 2 tanks on each platform, and we're gonna have Pally standing on as close as possible to the boss to try and bait the MC as well. I believe they can bubble out of it. Not totally sure on that, but pretty much just you don't want to AOE. There's not really any reason to AOE here anyway. Um, but there's going to be MCs going out, so we're going to want instant Hodges and scatters and fears and any CC you have. Because there are MCs and this is kind of a deadly fight, we want warriors to all blow their AoE fear on this pack beforehand. So we'll probably pull this pack pretty quick, or we'll probably wait to pull this pack right before we pull the boss. Either that or just use it on the boss when we pull. He also has a Arcane Explosion cast. I think it's a 1-second cast, so we'll do Curse of Tongues and everything, get it up to 1.3, and then we'll have kick rotation. So we'll have a melee group on the left, on the center, on the right platforms. As soon as you see the bar come up, you'll want to kick it. This reduces raid damage by a ton. If we're just letting those casts go through, then it's really going to blow up the raid. And those are I don't think you can outrange the you may be able to outrange the Arcane Explosion, but it's a pretty big range. I know that. So we'll definitely want to pre-pop GAPP for Greater Arcane. You also want to pre-pop GNPP for the Earth Shock. So when the split happens and he drops the threat, if you have like a fireball in the air, so pets will follow the real one. So that's how we'll figure out which one is the real one. You can also just mark it, and I believe the mark will stay. But if you have like a bolt or an aim shot or something that flies through the air and you get threat, you need to like feign death or lip or do something to get it off the threat table, because he'll start spam earth shocking you until he's in melee range, and then he'll start meleeing you. So that's also why it's very important on tanks to hit their taunts. Both tanks are pretty much just fighting for taunt in case there's a resist, because we don't want it blowing up any ranged. Ranged and healers are going to come up on these platforms on the right, so you're out of the MC area, but you're not line of sighting, and you'll be assigned here healing and DPSing. So let me skip ahead. And so everyone can mount up as well. You don't need a bug mount to run in here. So everyone will be mounted up. We'll run in. Healers and range will just run up immediately to the left and the right flanks and jump down onto these platforms. I think I do it, so we can just watch my point of view. So they just leave that there. So I dismount, I jump up, boom, I'm in position. So that's the Arcane Explosion. See how quick that was? Hold on. Just want to show that again. I think even my cast bar is wrong. So yeah, it's wait. See how it does 2k to all these melee, and then he's casting it again. No, that's the fulfillment. So the MC is right there. You can't really see him. It looks like they got a pretty quick CC out on him, so that's good. 76%. So we're about to get the split. So it says split images soon on DBM. So let's see it happen. Boom, it happens. So there's ads over here. There's one right here, the other one's right here. It looks like the middle one is the real one. Yeah, because the pets are still on it. This one's dying really quick, so this one's a fake one. And they all do the MC, they all do the kicks, so that it's if all these start arcane exploding, spamming, then ray damage starts getting really crazy. So we kill the two fake ones, then we push the real one. See, pets, I believe, will follow the real one, and it's just staying still. So we're getting really lucky. But see all this ray damage going out? Like there's one arcane explosion, and then boom, now we have two here. See that Earthshock right there? Hold on. Hold on, I wanna see exactly what happens here. So so that's the phase shift. Or sorry, that's the okay, boom, he teleports. This Earthshock is because someone has threat that's not in melee. Yeah, see, like that, even just being this close, like this guy is just getting fucked on. Boom, he dies. Like you got to be instant with the taunts on the tanks. Scatter shot here. I got a trap. I think trap resist maybe. See, look at 5600 execute on my pet from the warrior. Like it can get scary really quick. So everyone just got to be on their toes. There's no reason that's not getting kicked. I'm in the wrong position. I shouldn't be here as a hunter. Hunters should range should stay up there. There's another MC. Let's see if someone dies. It's a prot pally, and they're about to kill someone. Like all this is too close as well. You want these spread out. There's no reason for this to be this close. It looks like a pally got MC'd, so they gave sacrifice to the. See how like quick things can just like fall apart, you know? They bopped the. That's pretty funny. But like all these people died because I mean obviously they're this is on era, so they have like Nax gear, but they're not using either world buffs or they're not using consumes, and I think we'll play a lot better. But it's just a good example of how quickly things can go awry. So just make sure you're getting your kicks, taunts. Make sure you're getting your tanks. Make sure you're getting your taunts off quickly. Um, MC or CC, any of the MCs, everyone pretty much has a job. This kind of is the first place where like if you don't do your job, people will die. There's plenty of places in MC and BWL where if you don't do your job, someone else can pick it up for you. But if you have an assigned assignment and you're not doing it, then that will lead to deaths. Okay, so that's the first boss. We come into the temple, take a hard right. There's some like quest turn-ins back here. We're not going to worry about that right now. Looks like they already pull this pack immediately. So it's a pretty easy pack, all things considered. Skull is a Karaji Brainwasher. So hence the name Brainwasher. It'll MC. Just like the... I don't think it's just like the first boss. I don't think it necessarily does like 300% in damage and makes you big, but it does MC. So we just want to kill this quickly. Yep, see there's cause insanity. So don't AoE here. Do they cleave down the rogue? Let's see. Yeah, they just kill the rogue. So let's not do that. And then these Vecnus Guardians, so there's two of them. They're kind of like Gar ads. Like when they die, they will do an AoE explosion. I think we see it here. Boom. And that was actually a little bit before it died. So no one took much damage. I don't think the actual explosion does much damage. It's more so the fall damage. So we always want to tank this thing into a wall or under this cubby. That was a good place for them to tank it. But it's overall, it's a pretty easy pack. I think they also have like a single target blow up, like a gouge. So just another thing to watch out for. So we have this long tunnel coming down. You do want to be careful up here because there's some pats that come pretty far up. So, okay. Oh yeah, so we can see one of the pats going to the right now. So there's 3 Vecnus warriors in there. So we just saw guardians, but those are warriors. So these warriors, when they die, they're like spiders from ZG Spider Room. When one dies, instead of spawning 5 or 10 spiders, I think it's like 50 little scarabs. If you kill if you're a mage and you're closest, so whoever's closest to the mob when it dies will have all the threat, I believe. Either that or whoever has the most threat on the ad. Either way, you do not want to be anywhere close to these things when they blow up. So I want to see. I think I frost trap here. We definitely want to have a frost trap. We want to spread these out. We want a single target. So we're not going to AoE it all down at the same time. So ideally, you want to focus one because it'll spawn 50 ads, and they're super low HP. I think they have like 7 or 8k HP. But I mean, when there's 50 mobs, like they can kill you pretty quick. So this one's about to die. So we'll see a ton of ads. See how much like that's lagging my game, and they're so quick too. They're so quick, and like all these, and now there's more. So we're just gonna keep it very controlled. Just pull one out, kill it, AoE it down, kite it through the trap, kill the other, kill the third. It's simple. This pack is just like the first pack, except there's an extra guardian. It looks like this is down to bug trio. We're probably not going to kill this. Maybe we will, but again, it's just like the first pack. Cool thing about right here, yeah, you can pull the guardians into this little cubby. We may be using this spot. I'm not. I just haven't decided. But if we do, yeah, they just kill the brainwasher first. They pull the guardians under here, like just like our melee, just stand in front of the ads, just parry. Sorry, dagger rogues, just sinister strike. And when it dies, you just get hit. Well, hopefully not. You don't get hit over there. You get hit there, like this one. They were mispositioned. So you got. I would recommend having like a parachute cloak or lip cooldown ready, something. Warriors, you can be ready to intercept back down, to a mob if you're close enough. Um, or honestly, melee can just get out and let the range kill it. You don't necessarily have to go in. So the next couple pull, there's another pat. There may be two more pats of this three. So you can see a hunter is up there. Hunter pet is up there pulling. So we just had, what was that, 3 guardians, the ones that knock up. So now we have 6. So we're gonna have 3 or 4 pools of these 6 guardian packs. Same thing. We're just gonna spread these out. We're gonna kill them one by one. We can just have the melee run out before. I do kind of like this strategy, honestly, like getting it and then pulling it down. We're not gonna stack them all up though. I don't want to encourage people to AOE. So we're probably literally just gonna line them up along the wall, have melee go out when they're low, have range finish them off. I'll skip through this since it's mostly the same. So that's one pack. Then there's another pack. I'm mousing over the third one. Looks like they're about to mark it and pull this one though. Yeah, so he's pet pulling, and then they're just pulling it all the way back. So that is a strat that we can do. It looks like they want to do RO or Bug Trio next. Okay, let me skip through here. So that's the other pack. Okay. Don't care about Bug Trio. Okay. So this is where we just were. So we're running through the tunnel. So there was a pack right here that we already killed. And then this tunnel on the right. You got to be careful. See on the top right of my screen in my mini map, there's a second tunnel on the left. So there's these mobs. We're probably going to kill them just to be safe. But usually you would tank the ads like right here against this wall or like wherever there. And I've seen people get fucked and they, get knocked out over on the other cave and they pull more mobs. So we'll probably just be pulling those to be safe. This brings us to our second boss of the instance, Battle Guard Sartura. So this aggro range is pretty big, honestly. I feel like we're kind of close here. Like this is, I don't know how we don't pull, truthfully. We'll definitely stay further back in our clear. Sartura has 3 ads and the boss itself. So the ads have less than 100k HP. The big thing here is that they do a lot of whirlwind, a lot of physical damage. So hopefully it'll show it on pull. But typically, at least on speedrun guilds, you would see you'd all go in, they're stunnable when they're not whirlwinding. So that's kind of the big thing. You would go in, you'd hodge everything. There's no charges, there's no intercepts. You don't want to put any diminishing returns. You get 4 hodges out. You start, you sap or you AOE, kill all the 3 ads as soon as possible, so that you only have the one boss to deal with. And if we show that, okay, so we go in. Let's see, do we get any hodges on skull? Any stuns? So they're not stunning anything, which is bad. See how it blow, that's another mechanic. When they're not stunned and they can blow people all over the room. We don't want to do that. So we're gonna try and hodge and then kidney shot. 5-point kidney shot these on pull. Even these mobs whirlwind, so they do a good amount of physical damage. So you definitely want to wear, full plate. When they're not stunned, they're blowing people around the room. So you want to be careful with where your back is positioned. See, there's the kidney shot. They die pretty quick if you're actually focusing them. So the big thing here, though, Battleguard Sartura. Sartura will whirlwind for 15 seconds. During this whirlwind, he's not stunnable. He is tauntable, though. The entire time, all these ads are tauntable. So there's 2 strats, pretty much. You can either taunt it and just big heals on the tank and don't have any melee in, or you can just let it free and let it, kind of be every man for himself. They seem to be just letting it be every man for himself. So it's doing some damage on the tank, and then during the whirlwind, it'll randomly drop threat. So it's coming over here, ping-ponging around. See how much it hits these melee? Look, that's a 2-shot mage right there if it gets hit again. All right, Whirlwind's done. Now they're all going to the boss. They should be stunning her. Maybe she's on. Okay, so Whirlwind is back. See how like this warrior had one more hit and then they would have died, and that's a warrior. Like they're in Nax gear, so they're probably wearing plate and shit. So it's very easy for people to die very quickly. But they're keeping it taunted. They're staying high on. See how the threat meter is just going crazy. Even when it's not whirlwinding, people that's an ignite. So yeah, again, whirlwind melee. Yeah, that rogue got 3-shot. Like, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a taunt rotation. We may do some target dummy bop shenanigans. We'll see. But you just gotta play survival. Play survival. If you have, be ready to lip if the boss is just staying on you. Be ready to like nifty away, blink away, ice block, bubble. Petri if like you're really, doing bad. It's like we got a Hodge on it when it's not. So we definitely want to try and Hodge it during the enrage. If we get an enrage during whirlwind, that'll be a lot of damage. So range DPS are gonna carry this fight. Maybe we do some roster swaps. I'm not sure. Um, Honestly, with how dirty that Sartura was, only having one death is pretty impressive. Let me see if in one of the other VODs I have if there's a more deaths to kind of show truly how scary Sartura can be. I don't think we have any here. Okay, yeah, so here's an AoE shot. I think we Hodge everything. So we go in, there's no charges. So everything gets stunned, and they're just AoEing it all down, trying to get the ads dead as quick as possible. Honestly, the boss should not be in this. I kind of want the boss pulled out. But dude, now all those ads are dead, and the fight gets way simpler. So now the boss is whirlwinding. These melee shouldn't really be going in. I guess they're kind of just expecting to get healed. We're not going to do that. And then yeah, see how they're just spamming all these taunts on the boss to keep it in the same position. Threat. It's like an annihilator, but like 10 times worse. It's just constantly dropping threat. So you're just have your reel on tanks, your AoE taunting, your mocking blow, doing all that. Okay. So again, this is a clean kill. Um, it can get messy quick, so very much definitely respect the fight. All right. If I go back, so then after Sartura dies, there's a bug cave over here to the north. It's not that bad, honestly. People call it suppression room for AQ, and like the only similarity is that it's a wave with or it's a cave with respawning ads, but it's not hard at all. Um, these non-elites just cleave them down, kill them as you pull them. These blue guys are the elites that actually do some damage. Tanks can just taunt and just pull it with us. I think it maybe does a cleave. Um, Again, it's so negligible. Just don't drop like traps or like just everyone keep up with the raid once we start. So yeah, we just kind of start pulling things. So if I click on a drone, how much HP does it have? So it has like 6k maybe, 80%, 5k. So they're super low. You can just kill them. So the soldiers, they have 82k. They actually do a little bit of damage. See, do I get hit by this? It's aggroed on me. I get hit by 1800. I'm in male, 1300 crushing. So I don't hit crazy, but just let a tank pick it up. This room is not that hard. And there's plenty of times where there's no bugs if we're killing it as we go. You just don't want to chew off too much. And then yeah, there's a couple of the blue elites just marked throughout the cave. So I'm gonna skip through a little bit. There is kind of a hump right here, so gnomes beware. And then there's a safe spot, so if everyone just comes up and follows where they're going, runs up on the wall to the left side. Yeah, they're not killing this ad. So you just run up here. You can easily just drink. You will stop pulling stuff from here. You won't pull the boss. The boss does have a big aggro radius, so you want to be careful. Okay, and then pretty soon once you're here, you want to go. Okay, so Fankriss. Fankriss honestly is a pretty easy boss. Sometimes he just doesn't even press his abilities, so that's nice. But we're gonna assume he does press his abilities. He has about 1,000,000 HP, so nothing crazy. He's not nearly as low as Skeram though. First thing he does is he does like a mortal wound debuff, just like Curinax. He's like the same, insect, right? Do we have a prop pally tank? I just realized that. He does a stacking 10% healing reduction debuff. just like Kieran X. So if the tank gets, starts getting pretty high on stacks, we can just have another tank taunt it. The boss is tauntable, so that's not really an issue, just something to watch out for. Throughout the fight, oh, good. So throughout the fight, people will get entangled. So they'll be teleported over here, and these ads will spawn. Usually, I think what's supposed to happen is these ads are supposed to attack the the person that's web wrapped, so we can have healers kind of run over there and heal them if they're getting attacked. But usually the ads just kind of run straight to the boss. Hunters can just help pull these ads. Tanks, off tanks just grab them and bring them into the cleave. They don't do much damage at all. They have like no HP either. But yeah, it looks like this guy's not even taking damage. Yeah, they're just stunned for a bit. Okay, so you saw a summon worm. Yeah, there's another wrap. They get out pretty quick. Okay, so here's a spawn of Fankriss. So it has what, 15k HP? See how quick the boss is already dying because there's like no mechanics. Anyway, so this spawn, when this spawn gets here, it's 33k HP. You just want to focus the spawn as soon as it gets there. Just cleave it down. You can hodge it once it's on the stack, but don't do it. You want people to cleave. Big reason is that once it enrages, it can one shot a lot. It does a ton of damage. Yeah, they're like all taunting and hodging because they're very scared. There's another one. This is a very close location. So if you're on every ranged, you're just gonna stack on the butt pretty much to get as close as possible. So this guy is kind of getting. Oh, what did Major Claw die to? Was that the tank? Does he taunt the boss or something? Oh, I'm actually not sure what that druid just died to. Maybe this guy enraged. You see, I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, again, just focus on the Damn, what is he? Oh, he does enrage. Okay, yeah, yeah. So this is a tank. This is a tank right here. It's enraged. Oh, is it this bear? Boom. He takes a 6k hit right there. He's a bear. I guess this means he only has like 7k HP. But like, it fucks, dude. You want to kill these as soon as they spawn. I think the enrage timer is supposed to be like 10 seconds or something. I don't know, but 20 seconds maybe. Maybe it just takes a while to get there. Point is, kill them as soon as they get there. This is a very easy boss. And just pull the ads that spawn as well into the boss. So that's it. Honestly, first three is not that crazy. The first boss, I think by far, is the hardest of them all. Um, and really, the trash, those obsidian sentinels, they can fuck as well. But it's just the first three, so relatively quick. What is it, like 30-minute video? Relatively quick video. Um, if you have any questions, feel free to check out the bottom channels in the Discord. Ask away. I'll have an assignment sheet posted at some point as well. Um, but yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to just ping me and ask. Um, and yeah, that's the first three bosses. Later.